Hello, everyone. Our guest today is Jayashree. She's a food blogger and ebook author from India. Her blog, Evergreen Dishes, has several vegetarian recipes. And in today's fast-paced, hectic lifestyle, Jayashree believes in cooking simple dishes with a healthy touch. She also writes poetry and non-technical articles. Her writing journey started with Sulekha. Then a few years later, she started her own website. Today, along with blogging, she's a freelance content writer also. Welcome, Jayashree.
Thank you, Anita. Glad to be here.
Pleasure to welcome you. So, Jayashree, tell me, world over, there is this growing reluctance to, cook food and, rely more on takeaways. Is it partly because lifestyles are more hectic today? And could it also be because people think that cooking is a difficult, time-consuming process? What is your opinion?
Yes, times have changed a lot. People have started taking takeaways and stopped cooking much at home. So there needs to be a change in that aspect. Both the husband and wife are working, and they just take the shortcut of buying from food from outside and feeding the children. This is what it's happening in most cities. And in the past 1.5 years at least, takeaways had a great revenue because of COVID. Both were working from home, and that was the best option they could find.
Absolutely, absolutely. And like you said, there are so many junk food options available today. Everywhere you look, it's junk food. And in fact, children and youngsters are addicted to these foods. Do you think this is because healthy Indian snacks are not easily available? Like Indian snacks are made at home. They're not available as takeaways most of the time. So do you think there should be more takeaway options for Indian snacks so that children can be tuned to that as well?
Yes, Anita. Indian snacks are not easily available in small towns. You remember when we were kids, snacks like chakli, kodbade, and nippattu were always readily available. And our mothers used to make them at home and keep them. But today, they are not easily made. It takes time to make, isn't it? So they have come to a stop-notch like. Actually, many small businesses can be started with this. It will give opportunities to work from home also, and we will have good snacks available regularly.
Correct. I completely agree with you. But on the other hand, sorry?
We can make them available according to our needs, like the way we want. We can ask them to prepare.
Right. Completely agree. Now, the interesting thing is, while there is, junk food options available, there's also a growing awareness of the need to eat healthy, now, among, the present generation. So do you think Indian cuisine is a healthy option by and large, or is it if somebody eats only Indian cuisine, is it a healthy thing, or is it not a good thing to have? What's your opinion?
I love Indian cuisine. It's so there are so many varieties in Indian cuisine, isn't it? Every state has its own dishes. Go to the Andhra or the Karnataka style or the Tamil Nadu, Kerala. They are definitely Indian cooking is healthy and tasty also. But one needs to understand like what they are cooking and how they are cooking. If they are only going for deep fried food or only with sweets using excessive sugar, then definitely it will not be a good option.
That I agree that, even in Indian cuisine, there are healthy and unhealthy options.
Yes.
Right. So if you opt for the healthy versions, then it is fine.
Yes.
But
With
certainly,
using wheat flour instead of maida.
exactly.
Yeah, because all these flatbreads use maida, basically naan and those things. They can just avoid that. Use them once in a while and use more of wheat in their daily cooking.
And also
Yes,
maybe, steamed instead of deep
yes,
fried is also.
steaming. Yes, steaming is a very good option. Or shallow frying,
Hmm.
just with little oil.
Exactly, exactly. Now you've written so many cookbooks, and you're into a lot of cuisines. So, what, in your opinion, are some of the healthiest Indian food items today?
And the best Indian foods that which we can eat regularly are lentils, uh, different kinds of fruits, vegetables which are available here regularly. The dals, if we use them regularly, we can make a variety of dishes with them. Not only as a dal, but we can use it to make sabzi and paratas. And it is not only just, it is filling also. Then fruits, they should be included regularly in 4 to 5 portions. And
Exactly.
we should make use of the seasonal foods, especially. Now, watermelon, grapes are available in plenty. They can be eaten as such.
Exactly.
We,
Now, sorry.
those who consume eggs, they can take eggs also.
Hmm. Eggs are also a healthy option. Yes.
Yes, eggs are healthy option.
Now, there is a general perception that Indian desserts, when it comes to sweet dishes, Indian desserts are healthy, healthier than, the Western ones, where you have ice creams and, all that. It is generally thought that Indian
Yes,
desserts are, healthier. So what is your opinion about the sweet dishes in India, the desserts in India?
yes, Indian sweets are healthier. Uh, the traditional sweets are made with pure desi ghee, and they had all the good stuff in them. Like for example, peanut chikkis, sesame laddus, even the besan laddus. All these are healthy, uh, and they can be stored for a long while also. But the only thing, the catch is moderation is the key in anything we eat. One should not consume them in large quantities. At a time, eating 4 laddus will be heavy. Even Indian sweets as kheer, it is made using milk. And milk is a good source of calcium and many other nutrients. Indian sweets are healthy. Uh, but one thing what I feel is we can, when we are being more aware of what we are eating, we can switch over to jaggery and make use of jaggery instead of sugar wherever we can. Jaggery is considered to be more healthier. Uh, Even in most sweets, it can be used. And tea I don't prefer. Tea with little sugar or no sugar, I will take it. But many sweets, whichever I can prepare with jaggery, I go with jaggery these days.
Absolutely. No, you're right. Jaggery is a healthy alternative to, loading something with sugar, I mean.
And moderation is the key. One
Yes.
should eat moderately.
That is the thing. A lot of people, they think, that because something is made instead of with a sugar, obviously they
Huh.
can eat as much as they want.
Eat as much as they want. That is not. They should. They can be stored. Let them eat daily one. That's more than enough.
Exactly. They don't need to eat 4 or 5 in
Four or
one
five
sitting.
at a time.
Absolutely, I
They should.
agree.
One should be calorie conscious. Women need around 2000 calories and men need around 2500 calories per day. So we should just manage that and try to feed ourselves in that range and give a good workout also.
Absolutely, I agree. I agree. Now, coming to kids, how do you think we can cultivate healthy eating habits among kids these days?
Well, yeah, it's such a big problem to all mothers, I think. Eating healthy, it begins at home again. One few things what we can do is firstly make family time. Eating is a family time. You're eating the family together for lunch and dinner. Then the time children will observe how parents eat and they will eat whatever is cooked at home. Next is to keep healthy food on the table, vegetables and other fruits along with the cooked meals. Another thing is parents can inculcate that. They should show that eating healthy is the best way. Like instead of they eating junk food, they should prefer to eat healthy and children will observe that and go for it.
Right.
Yeah. And lastly, we should keep snacks less at home, like the junk food.
Yes. Agree. Completely agree. Now,
Instead
even
of stacking on them, bring them in lesser quantities, just as one packet or two packets, then it will not be always available for them.
that is true. What we tend to say in most homes is, because both parents are working these days, they tend to keep the house loaded with snacks and ice creams and chocolates and also,
Yes.
children will.
Instead of that, they can keep it laid with fruits and tell them to eat on that. Eat a gawa or a sapota when they're hungry.
And that will actually create that mindset, in kids that,
Yes.
that is good. But unfortunately, today, what we see is the opposite. Everybody is loading their fridge and their this thing with unhealthy food.
Unhealthy food, and the worst part is keeping those juice bottles.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Loaded
Loaded
with sugar and calories.
Absolutely.
They should avoid that.
Completely. Because kids grow up unhealthy,
Unhealthy and children are not playing also much these days. They're glued to TVs.
Computer, laptop. Obesity is also rising, children are gaining weight also,
Weight.
That is also.
And moreover, they had these online classes. That too.
Yes. So that also makes it more, makes them more inactive.
Yes.
That is true. Completely true. Now, not just kids, even adults have a problem, and especially adults, if you look today, their lifestyle is, completely, they're always on the move, traveling or going to office, traveling for business. So how do you think, as somebody who's written, who knows so much about food, how do you think adults can actually maintain a healthy eating pattern, even when they're on the move?
Anita, that is also again a mindset we have to create for ourselves. If a person thinks he can eat outside every day, means he's harming himself more. They should think of carrying food from home and opt for healthy food like chapatis and some sabzi to take, even along with some fruits. Idli, the idlis are preferable. They stay good in the lunch box also. And it can be easily prepared within half an hour if you have the batter. Making a veg palav is not at all difficult. If you have all the ingredients ready, you can just make it in half an hour. So it's just a mindset. They should think that they will eat once outside and take pick up from home.
And even, I think even, if they're attending, let's say, a business meeting in a big 5-star hotel, they can opt and they have a whole huge buffet in front of them. They can even opt for salads or the healthier options there, instead of going for the unhealthy options, in the buffet.
Very much, very much.
They can opt for soups or salads or something that is mild,
And again, there also one should know that they should eat in small quantities if they're taking the other food stuffs. And take these salads all in larger quantities. The fried food should be taken in small quantities. And skip meals again. Skip dinner, or if they have eaten more during the day, one should try to balance.
Exactly.
And one more thing is, I see most people drink water consumption has reduced. That is also harming. And with summer, one should be careful about the water intake.
Dehydration is a
dehydration.
That is true. But water consumption has come down significantly. Kids, adults, nobody is drinking enough water now.
It leads to many problems.
And most people are, instead of water, they're either drinking soda or Coke or, one of those fizzy drinks, thinking that that is also liquid. So I can have a chilled Coke. I can have a chilled Coke. So that is substitute for liquid, that's what they think.
That's what they think. Instead of that, lime water is better. Just plain lime water.
And it is so easy to prepare. I mean, it's so easy to just water, you squeeze lime and you take it with you, but people don't want that. They want the fizzy drink. That is so harmful. That is so harmful. I know. So we need a complete, I think, overhaul of our eating habits, our kids' eating habits, like you said, that mindset needs to come in, to eat healthy and to eat well.
Yes. We need to create that and try to use healthy options, whichever are available, like stop using all the which have a lot of calories or which have a lot of junk food in them.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Jayashree, you've written a lot of books, and also are you planning to come out with more books, or what is or more poems, or what your writing endeavors? Tell me something more about that.
Actually, past 2 years I haven't done anything, but now I want to start with the South Indian book, South Indian recipe book, which contains all the recipes of South India. And maybe in another year I will be able to complete it.
That should be very interesting, because South Indian food is very interesting, no? Very.
It's tasty also, and there are many varieties in that. If we look at it, every state has its own cooking dishes. Hopefully, I will do it soon. By 23 at least.
Right. I know. No, it takes time to, actually sit down and write a book, and, it's not easy to, put something together. So it'll take time, but I'm looking forward to that book, because I'm sure it's going to be very interesting. I think our viewers will also find it very interesting to read that book, because South Indian recipes, if you can put it all together, that'll be really good. That'll be really.
Yes, it will be nice.
It'll be really welcomed by a lot of people. Because, a lot of people are only familiar with their own state cuisine,
Cuisine, and most people love North Indian, and that has gained a lot of popularity. And here, South India, there are many dishes which are not known. So I thought I will just put them together.
That's a very good idea. That's a very good idea. We're looking forward to it. And
Thank you, Anita.
please let me know when it comes out. We can have a more detailed chat about the book and, about the recipes and, everything.
Sure, sure. Now I have only South Indian breakfast I have.
Okay.
Ebook.
Hmm.
It has all the different kinds of breakfast dishes in it.
Good. South Indian breakfast dishes, right?
South Indian breakfast.
Oh, good, good.
About the idli and dosas, that type.
Very good. Yeah, so you want to expand it to more more items and more meals. Yes, I get it. So Jayashree, that was lovely talking to you actually. Thank you for taking the time. It was actually very insightful talking to you because you know so much about food, you know so much about cuisines, and you're in the process of writing, you're a writer, so it's been very interesting talking with you actually.
My pleasure, Anita, and thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much, Jayashree. Thank you so much. Looking forward to a much longer chat about your book also.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you.